We're the same?
No,
Nah,
you're
you're
taller by
tall.
1.5 inches.
1.5?
Yeah, bro, you're 5'7".
What are you?
Lucky. I'm 5'9".
I'm 5'8".
And Tony?
5'4", baby.
Are you actually 5'4"?
Cock size is correlated with your nose size, and I got the biggest nose in this motherfucker.
Stop it. Have you looked at that guy's nose?
He's got a Lebanese on him.
You think you got a nose, bro?
Your shit is arched more. I got a bigger nose though.
So's my dick.
Alright, I need to compare noses now. We're asking the people who's got the bigger fucking schnoz.
Right here.
You guys about to kiss?
I got the Arab nose.
I'm getting A-Rap money with this. We get A-Rap money.
All right, laptop down, phone down, drugs off. Drugs on.
Let me put Do Not Disturb on.
Palmer.
All right, boys. We are live on podcast episode
live.
14.
Let's go.
We got Rizzy Raw in the building.
Hello, Zach, Tony. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure.
My boy fucking E, bro. Every time I see you, it's a good time. We're always doing something. Always doing some shit.
Gotta keep that good energy
He
flowing,
tucked
you
his
know?
chain, bro. He thought someone was coming in to see him.
It's always tough. You gotta stay humble,
You feel
man.
me?
All right, so since
That
we're bringing
Cuban.
that up,
Cubano.
I fucking hate how the new thing is everybody takes their chains out and hangs it over their shirt.
Nah, the
You get
shirt's not
robbed.
bad. It's
Let
the
me
hoodie.
tell you,
When you hang it over
the
the
biggest
hoodie.
pet
Care.
peeve
Keep your fucking
with
shit tucked.
the hoodie.
The hoodie, bro.
I can't.
All the
I don't
rappers
even
and a
like
bunch
it
of
over
people do it.
t-shirt.
Dude, you got a t-shirt that pops
Keep your
out,
shit
let it
tucked.
rock. No
No,
problem.
no,
you know,
tuck
but
it.
you have to intentionally take it out, so you want everybody to see, you know?
You don't
know.
fuck with it over a t-shirt?
Nah, bro. Tuck
Why?
your shit. Because I'll grab it and run.
The mindset of many in America.
okay. Fair enough.
I just think it's like, all right, we get it. You got a chain on. Cool. You got to it's like literally like, look at my chain. Please look at my chain.
And how many chains are legit real?
I was
None of
just
them
gonna say,
anymore, bro.
let's acknowledge that fact for
I
a
hate
second.
that shit. And it's those are the same people who can't afford one that are trying to show it off.
Correct.
One of these days, we got to run out there with one of them testers. You know, start calling them on their
Bro, I
bluff.
was looking at shit. I was looking at Shop GLD, which is like a big website apparently that mad famous people buy chains
I've been
from.
seeing it, yeah.
And you get like the plated gold, which is like 120. You get solid gold, it's like 27 G's. I'm like, bro, how many people actually buy the 20? It looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Who's actually buying the 27G one? Maybe 1% of their customers.
People with money. Real money.
Maybe 3% of their
Yeah.
customers.
Oh, yeah.
97% of sales go to the
also,
120.
people with real money have a jeweler, not a website where
Yeah.
they buy their gold.
Correct.
I feel
That's
like if there was
the
a legitimate study done on the amount of sales done of costume jewelry versus real jewelry, the volume in costume jewelry would probably be way higher.
Bro, way higher.
Way higher.
100%.
That's pretty crazy.
100%. So this guy, if you guys remember, the first episode, it had, we had in the title, my friend bought El Chapo's Island. You remember that?
Yeah.
From the Metaverse? This is the guy who bought El Chapo's Island.
In the metaverse.
Indeed.
In the Metaverse, not literally.
Indeed.
I wonder how much that shit would go for in person, in real life.
I have to correct you, Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar.
Ah, god damn it.
shit.
Restart the whole freaking thing.
Shut it down.
Pablo Escobar. Do you know, anybody have any idea how much that shit would go for in real life? Didn't
a good question.
The Fire Festival?
Fire Festival.
They had it,
Yeah.
they tried to have it there, right?
And that was like their
Did you ever
angle
see that?
to promote it.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that
come
guy
party
in
on
jail?
Pablo Escobar's island.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah, and they rented it. I think it was like 10 million or something like that, if I remember.
I think they bought the island, did they not?
For like 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serve bread and cheese. Fly mattresses.
Dude, could you imagine? Like, I feel like 10 million is a low number, though, to have your own island.
I hope they promote another fire festival, and I'll just sell my land to them, you know, in the metaverse.
See,
You know?
there we go. Here we go. Here it starts. So how much do you own in the metaverse right now? Like, give me some cool spots that you own.
Probably my coolest, in my opinion, would be Six Flags. I like Six Flags.
Over Pablo Escobar's island?
Well, we have to look at utility as well. You know, we don't know where this is truly going. We could only speculate.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, you know, who would have the most use case for digital land, I would say businesses, you know, gaming, kind of like into that niche.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Esports.
So my
cartoony.
guess is like if these big companies, whoever owns Six Flags, wants to break into the metaverse, they're going to try and buy that property from you, and then you might be able to make some money.
Correct.
Whereas Chapo, is he dead?
I would say so.
I
right?
think so. And it's not Chapo. It's
Pablo Escobar.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. So Pablo
And
Escobar,
is
dead.
definitely dead.
Definitely
Pablo
dead.
Escobar?
Definitely dead.
Definitely dead.
Yeah.
But all right, so you own Six Flags. What do you own? You also own Deep Elm in Texas, right?
Deep Ellum. Yeah.
What else? You own a strip in White Plains.
The strip.
Down Cookie.
Brazen Fox, Hudson, Down Cookie.
Hudson what?
Hudson. It's a
Hudson Valley?
No, Hudson is a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Bar on the White Plains Strip.
Got it. Okay.
The Culinary Institute of America.
Oh,
That's a good one at college.
Chefing, huh?
With the Walkway Over the Hudson.
Now
Knows
wait,
the
all right.
walkway over the Hudson.
That's
people.
crazy.
If you're
Are-
going for a meta walk, you got to talk to him.
Are there different like platforms to buy the actual land on, or is there only one platform?
So there are different platforms to buy digital land, but
okay.
Next Earth, which is the one that I own my digital land on,
Yeah.
is the only one that is of its kind. And the reason why I say that is because Sandbox is another one, and it's different from Next Earth because Sandbox is like a cartoony gaming kind of platform, whereas Next Earth is basically like Google Earth.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just like
realistic.
very realistic.
Legitimate.
You look at Google Earth, you type in an address, it brings you to the Google Earth version, for example, of an address, and then it breaks the land down into tiles, parcels, 10 by 10 parcels, and you highlight the amount of spaces that you want to own, up to 1,000 for each purchase, and it's broken down price per tile, and you buy the land that way.
Let me ask you, how much have you spent on it since you've been buying total? on
Probably
everything?
about $3-4 grand.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
$3-4
what I want to know
I feel
is,
like that's a lot to buy shit that you have like all that land and you,
I want to know
and
who
you have no.
made Next Earth and is selling it. Because
So
they just made digital land, which is an oxymoron, really. And now they're selling it. But there's going to be some type of value. I believe there will be.
the idea, I mean, there's a lot of ideas that you could assume with this, but one of the ideas is that land is the only thing that's truly scarce in the world,
It's fine.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's gold and silver, all these commodities, but land is something that they're not going to print more of and that you can't make more of. There's only a certain amount of land on this globe, right? And in terms of Google Earth, at the end of the day, you could only highlight a certain amount of parcels on the land, or on the globe, I should say.
But what makes it actually valuable?
So one
What's the
variable
utility?
is in each country there's a certain amount of parcels, and each time a certain amount of parcels are purchased, the land value goes up. That's one aspect.
But that's just like investing. What's the actual? Is there any actual utility? Like, the utility of a car is you can drive it. The utility of a house you buy is you could live in it. The utility of Six Flags that you go
can
to,
you
you can
go-
make money off of it.
Right.
What margin of utility
Yeah,
Right.
could you actually come from, like right now?
virtually visit these locations?
So let me just say this before I get any deeper into this topic.
Yeah.
I'm only speaking from my perspective,
Yeah.
from my experience, and from my knowledge.
Okay.
There's probably more out there that I don't know of and I'm not aware of. I am by no means a crypto master or a specialist in it by any means. But, I am passionate and I enjoy this kind of stuff, so. But to answer your question, what is the utility of digital land and where's the true value in it? It's still so early in the crypto world.
Yeah.
It's a very premature area,
Yeah.
So as of right now, what's the utility? It's not much,
Nothing,
you go
right?
on there,
Yeah.
you buy your land, and the idea is that at some point it's going to go up in value.
Correct.
Now, I will say the land that I bought has already doubled. Some of it has tripled in value.
Yep.
But my idea is that in the future, the value is going to come where, like you said, Six Flags, at some point, they're going to want to do something in the metaverse,
Yep.
Just as a piece of information to add to this, Mark Zuckerberg rebranded Facebook
Yeah.
to Meta, and Facebook is no longer called Facebook, it's Meta.
Yeah.
And this is the spark to a fire of this whole metaverse that this world is going to get introduced to, or has already gotten introduced to. And the metaverse is this digital world where, we see the videos and pictures of people online with these Oculus goggles on
Yeah.
and things of that nature, where you can play virtual reality games. And if you actually YouTube Metaverse, Facebook, you'll see that there's a video of Mark Zuckerberg breaking down how he sees the future of business and meetings and jobs.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
creepy
that.
as fuck. He's so
And-
fucking creepy.
Yeah, he's creepy. as
Shouts
fuck.
out to Mark Zuck. You look like a zombie.
Yeah.
He's soulless,
And-
bro. He's got no soul.
They're investing billions into this metaverse. So they're
Wait,
going
you
to
ever
be
seen the interview with Jeff Bezos where he goes, "I'm just gonna need you to circle the 3 that are traffic lights," like saying that he's not a robot, and he's like, "These are the
I never
traffic
saw that.
lights."
He really did that?
Yes, the guy interviewed him
That is
I didn't
fucking
see
for like the
that.
recaptcha, whatever that's called, captcha, I think it's called, where like
Huh.
you have to prove you're not a robot.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to click the whatever
Yeah.
3
Come
stop
in
signs,
just
whatever.
with a
They literally made him
bicycle.
do that.
Yo, I would. He's either a robot, he has no soul, or he's a lizard person. I can't
See,
decide.
I
which
don't
one
get
it
this
is.
whole lizard person. You
The
always
lizard
bring that
people?
up. I know you always
They're
say
the
that.
aliens
Yeah.
that brought us here.
On the metaverse and on fucking land, do you think
Can't
there's?
speak on that one.
Do you think we're the only planet with life?
no.
Okay, good. What about you?
Shot.
Okay,
Are
good.
you kidding me?
I'm just making sure. Because we're talking about limited land and shit, and I mean, obviously,
I'll speak for
Earth
this
is
globe,
limited land.
you know?
Yes, I'll speak for the globe.
This globe.
I'm going to represent the globe. We have no more
Half
to
of
give.
this spherical Earth flat, or is it spherical?
Spherical.
Yeah,
It's definitely not
100%.
flat.
It's not flat.
Not flat.
Why not, guys?
That's a whole nother rabbit hole to
Yeah,
get into.
that's a different fucking story.
That's a combo for another
That's a different
time.
fucking story.
But where I was going with the metaverse, right,
Yep.
is, Mark Zuckerberg is trying to create thousands upon thousands of jobs
Yep.
where, there's literally going to be people flooding a room in chairs just with these goggles on, building the metaverse, this digital world. So keep in mind, we're talking about a world, globe,
Yep.
and that comes down to the land, digital land. So now, at the end of the day, let's say, for example, Six Flags. This is my idea. I could be wrong. This is where I believe it's going. Is that Six Flags, for example, is going to want to develop their own game or their form of a metaverse, and they're going to want to use their space, in the metaverse.
Right.
And that's going to be their way of giving people a way to spend money through their company in their own metaverse.
Right.
And like I said, this is the only platform that I know of that is doing what they're doing, where you could buy the land.
The only thing I don't understand is play devil's advocate a little bit. On Earth, land is finite. When it's digital, it's not. Like, what's stopping the guys who own Six Flags? Like, they go approach you and you're like, yeah, give me 10 G's and I'll give you the land. And they're like, fuck you. We're going to make our own Earth. And the whole thing's going to be Six Flags. We're going to make 6 Earths.
That's why Amazon has any power at all, because when you have a marketplace, that's what Abe is saying. They have a marketplace where all the people are going to populate. That's why Six Flags would even want to come on board.
Right. So that's what
Yeah,
it
you
comes
have
down
the
to. Is
correct
if,
marketplace.
Right.
So they're not
They
going to
have
make their own because then they don't have the marketplace.
Okay. So that's what attracts. Okay, good.
Not to mention-
That's a good answer.
So how many users are on Next Earth compared to what is the other one you
Sandbox.
said?
It's going up by the
So that's
thousands
the
per
only
week.
Yeah, but
thing
that's
that
the thing.
makes
Who's going to
it-
have the biggest
Right.
user
Right.
platform?
Because that's the only thing that makes it finite. I guess, yeah, okay, that makes
Right,
sense.
right. But also, let's take note that everything is done on the blockchain through
Yeah.
Next Earth.
Is it
And
not that
see-
way with Sandbox?
It is, but it's Sandbox is a gaming platform.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you play games on Sandbox, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. I never played or used Sandbox, so
Yeah.
I'm only speaking from what I believe.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that's the case.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whereas Next Earth, actually, if you go to their website, you'll go all the way to the bottom of their page, and it shows their roadmap. Basically, in Q1, we're gonna, Q1 of 2022, we're gonna introduce this. Q2, they're gonna do this, and in Q3 of 2022, they're gonna introduce basically third-party sharing, where other metaverse platforms can come onto Next Earth and start building on their platform. So now this is where Sandbox and other platforms are going to get involved with Next Earth, and this is where the utility is going to come into play.
Wow.
Huh.
This is going to be interesting to watch unfold.
And
Give it 10 years. What do you think it's going to be like?
so the reason why I invested, the money that I did within my means is because I believe that digital land could be as valuable as Bitcoin one day. The idea is that, look, I missed Bitcoin in 2013.
Yeah.
I had no idea
we
what
all do.
cryptocurrency
That's why we're
was.
fucking sitting here talking to each other.
Exactly. So, we're still early with Next Earth. Next Earth, I believe, launched in September of 2021.
Yeah.
So, this is less than a year ago that
Yeah.
Next Earth launched. It's still early. You can go buy land for a couple dollars right now,
Yeah.
but in a couple of years, who knows,
Yeah.
And once someone purchases a piece of land in Next Earth, you have no way to buy that land besides
Right,
either
'cause
buying
it's
it
all
from
on
them.
the blockchain.
it's all
I
on
feel
the
like we're in a
blockchain.
fucking dream, bro. That is some crazy shit.
That is
How can
fucking
we?
crazy.
How do you actually we can just buy this other land that's basically another world, but it's our world on a digital platform with digital coins. Like that's some.
Well, it's already
getting
Ooh,
crazy.
that's crazy.
NFTs, bro. It's digital art.
I know.
And we're buying it with
it's just
digital
everything.
money.
It's just.
We're living in
I mean,
a digital world.
This is where they messed up. They were printing. They're still printing trillions of dollars, and they could do that till infinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's no true value there. Whereas things on the blockchain, it's limited.
can't you keep
have
mining
these
Bitcoin?
cryptos-
So long as they don't.
Yes, but there's a finite amount of Bitcoin also. I
Right.
believe it's
How
20,
so?
21 million Bitcoin that
You
exists.
can't recreate more.
No.
No, huh? That's the
No.
thing actually about them, right? Because that's why they become more
Right.
valuable.
Yes.
And isn't Dogecoin? Dogecoin is one that they can create and destroy. at
I
any
believe
given
so.
second. Yeah, that's why Dogecoin has no value. That's
Dogecoin
what
was
I
like
heard.
just a money grab,
Yeah,
right?
of course it was. But I'm just
That was a
saying
little trick.
it actually
my
has no
opinion.
margin of utility because it can be created or destroyed, which makes it completely invaluable.
The only utility that's given is when people say, "Yeah, we'll accept it."
Yeah.
Boom. Now you could use it to buy whatever it is that they're selling.
Yeah, which is what Elon Musk did, and then he just fucked everyone up and dropped
Right.
the bomb on that
Utility,
shit.
Yep, and then he rug pulled everybody, didn't he?
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
I mean, you got to understand though. There's a population of, let's say, the top 1% that wants to control everything and have all the money, and
Yeah.
that's what they're trying to do here. They say,
BlackRock.
"Hey, everyone, here's a meme coin that is going to go up in value. It went up 3,000% in a couple of days." So everyone starts investing in it, and then they take your money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They pull profits,
I think
and it dumps. And
Kim
now everyone has
Kardashian
hope
and
that it's gonna
fucking
back up.
Floyd Mayweather got in trouble for doing that too.
Did they?
Yeah,
It's
I don't-
insider trading,
I don't
bro.
know what kind of coin it was, but they were like, "Oh, this is the next big coin." And a bunch of people started investing, and they
Bro.
pulled all their shit out.
That's the thing, though. People are capitalizing on the fact that it's so new.
Yeah,
It's like the Wild West.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants to be rich. That's
They
the
got in
problem.
trouble,
So, like, if Floyd Mayweather says, "Yeah, buy this coin," everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get rich,"
Yeah.
and they want to buy the coin. Like, they don't have to do any research on the coin. They don't have to do nothing. If he says buy the coin, they take their money from Ethereum into that coin like this. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did that with. You convinced me to buy XRP, but I believe it. I was-
That's
Yo,
a good one, though.
I've been doing my
I'm not-
research though,
that's
and
not
I
a money
still
grab.
watch videos on that shit every day.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that shit is gonna take over.
All I'm
I've been
gonna
putting
say-
even more money into that shit.
All I'm gonna say is it's the world's largest lawsuit for a reason.
Right.
The world's largest lawsuit. Don't quote me on the dollar amount. I believe it's like $1.4 billion lawsuit.
The SEC trying to shut down Ripple Network.
control
and
it, bro.
XRP.
Right.
But the cool
Is it
thing
because they can't control it? Is that what you think?
they said they were selling it as a security for Ripple,
Right. So
which I don't even understand what that really means.
yeah, I don't want to get too into the technicalities of the lawsuit, but my philosophy and hypothesis is that that the SEC sees the value in it. Let's take a step back because we need people to understand.
Okay,
They're
yes.
gonna listen to this and be
not
like,
have
"What
any
is
idea.
XRP?"
Give them a little bit of background.
Yeah,
XRP
let's-
is a fucking coin.
Right. So XRP is Ripple Labs cryptocurrency. Ripple Labs is a company. XRP is their token.
Okay.
And the purpose for this token is to be able to do cross-border transactions quicker than the current system that's in place and for cheaper than the current system that's in
Because
place.
when you use Bitcoin, it costs money to do a transaction.
It does, correct.
But
Well,
when
you're
you use
saying that-
XRP, they've made it free.
But the problem that XRP is solving is, banks aren't sending money in Bitcoin. They're sending money through a system called SWIFT. And the SWIFT system,
Network.
Swift network, right, is very expensive, to my knowledge, and also it takes days for transactions to process, 3 to 5 business days. Whereas XRP, you could still send billions and trillions of dollars worth of XRP, across seas to different banks in a matter of 30 seconds for a fraction of the price.
Right.
So now banks are saving a ton of money by using XRP rather than Swift, and they're receiving their money way faster.
And so they're
way faster.
joining Ripple Network.
The
Like
banks
left
are
and right.
partnering with Ripple
From
Network.
what I've been watching,
They
they're
are.
joining left and right.
They are.
Even though there's still a lawsuit with them between Ripple and the SEC.
That's right.
And now once they finish that lawsuit,
Just wait.
Ripple's going to be the only network that's gone through the SEC and has their guidelines laid out for them.
And has
They're gonna
regulatory
be the-
clarity.
Exactly.
That's right.
They're going to be the only fucking network. And when that shit
Wow.
ends, I think they're going to blow the fuck up.
There are so many people who are skeptical to invest in Ripple because of the lawsuit. So once they go through the regulatory clarity and that's achieved, people are going to feel more trusting to invest in it, And
It's
it's
a
going to
very
be
good point.
It's going to take its course no matter
it's
what.
going
It
to
already
be
has
the only
started.
crypto with that accomplishment.
Yeah.
The
To go
only
through
one
that.
who has the clarity
That's right.
from the SEC.
You know what I'm
And you
just
gotta-
thinking about, bro?
What?
Like, I just had a fucking epiphany while we were talking about this.
Oh, here we
What's
go.
that?
Here it is.
When we send money to bank accounts, bro, it's just a digit. It's just a digit on my TEG account, and then I just click send. It goes to your whatever Chase account. It takes 3 to 5 days to verify, but there was no money actually being sent. It was just like, I want to take these digits and send it over there, but no
Exactly.
money went from
It
that
should
bank to
happen
that bank.
instantaneously.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Why does it take 3 to 5
because
days?
the bank takes your money and then they invest it for 3 days and then they give you your shit.
But
That's
let me
my
ask
guess.
you,
I don't
when
know
a
if that's
bank-
what they really do.
When a big government bank transfers, 25 million or whatever, 50 million, do they have to take the cash out and bring it over on a boat or something? Like how the
don't
fuck
know
does the
how that
actual
works,
cash
honestly.
get
Dude.
there?
I really don't
How
know.
does the actual cash get there?
No, it's a ledger, just like a blockchain, except
No,
it's not.
they're not
No,
using
bro.
blockchain technology. Maybe
No,
now
no,
they're
no,
using
but
blockchain
it's
technology,
not-
but they weren't.
But it's not
before.
in a blockchain, but it's a ledger. Everything has to be on a ledger.
Yeah, but how does the money actually get there is what I'm saying.
Well, it's not physical money, it's just digital.
I know, but I feel like
It's the
I know,
value.
but I'm saying when they transfer 100 million, because he's talking about cross border.
Cross-border
Oh,
transactions.
Money
okay.
with
I think
XRP.
I see where you're
How do
going
they
with
take
that.
100 million? Like if you're talking about countries, bro, they spend whatever $1 billion. That it's got to be taken over there somehow. Like
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Because, like,
Well,
if-
they have reserves of U.S. dollars overseas as well.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They do.
There could be money.
You
Yeah.
know?
Still though,
I
that's
see what
crazy
you're
to
saying,
me.
though.
Like
Because if you transfer to a bank that's, let's say, it's got $500 in it, but you transfer $100,000 to a bank overseas, and then he wants to go to that bank because you transferred it to him and say, okay, give me my $100,000 in cash.
yeah.
What are they going to do? They're going to be like,
Like I know they have reserves and stuff, but like if I give you 150 million, like don't you have to kind of get that
Get the
cash?
money? Yeah,
yo,
I see
call-
your point.
somebody call
I
the
see your
bank.
point. That's
somebody
a
call
good
the
question.
bank.
We
You
need
know?
to- yeah.
They bring that shit over on a boat. There's no way they're putting 100 million on a boat.
right.
If we're putting 100 million on a shipping container on a boat, no shot.
I'm going to be a pirate. If they
No.
start doing
No
that shit.
shot.
They
I
are
already
not
got my
doing
fucking
that.
Yeah.
peg leg,
They're
bro.
not doing that.
I'm going to be Tony the Pirate. Arg.
No shot. But anyway, so
Yo,
next
if you're a
Earth-
banker, leave it in the comments. What are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Where's
seriously.
that
How
money
does
at,
that
bro?
system work?
dude, that's crazy. You were thinking about it, I couldn't stop, or you were talking, I couldn't stop thinking, like, how the fuck do they actually?
You raise
get
a good
the money?
point. We should know these things.
See, nobody knows.
We
Bryce,
should
you know
know.
anything about that?
I just keep thinking that you can't take hundreds of millions of dollars out of the bank. You can't. Even if you
Of
have
course.
that much, you can't just take it out. You
Correct.
can't empty your bank account.
Of course.
Because they're using your money to give it to someone else. That's what bank is.
I'm curious how long it takes for a corporation to transfer or a country to country transfer 100 million or whatever.
But
One-
this is
5 billion.
This is what we're talking
I
though.
know.
You know, like
how long does it take
You can
now? Though,
take
do you
it
have
out.
any idea?
3 to 5 business days is what
You can absolutely take it. out.
is what I believe
If you can do
to be
it
true.
digitally, because how could they tell you no? You can't take your money unless you have it in some type of special account.
$100 million in an account.
Yep.
And you try to transfer all of it out, it immediately gets flagged.
Yeah, the FDIC
Yeah, but you
only
got
insures
to
up
call them and let them know
250K.
you're doing that shit. But you could take
You
it
have
out.
to like make a meeting for them to come, and they'll have. If you're getting like 100 million, it's like a.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it with less than that. Like, I've gone to the bank and pulled out like $30K at a time.
Stop
for
it.
something.
He just compared 30K to 100 million.
No, but when you do even that small amount,
I know.
you have to call ahead and
I
say,
know.
I need cash to be there.
I know.
Is what I'm getting at. So why wouldn't you do the same thing if you want to pull a mill out? Cash.
Well, I feel like, but the other part is, the FDIC only insures up to 250K, so you wouldn't put. Well, that's a different story, but I don't know. I guess you theoretically could pull any number out of the bank if you call them.
Let's try it. So, all right, everybody, give us a go. Let's do a GoFundMe. We just want to do an experiment. Send us 100 mil.
See how it works, right?
We're gonna go send it to another bank. Send it to another country.
Pull your digital chains out.
Yeah, pull your digital chains out. Tuck that fucking chain, boy.
Mine just broke. I mean, I got none on. My shit just broke last night.
You gotta go get that fixed.
Yeah, buddy.
Costume jewelry problems.
Literally no reason. I just woke up and it was not on my neck anymore. Like I had a cross and the cross was broken. So I guess I must have been fighting somebody in my sleep or something.
Fighting demons, bro.
Nah, no sex.
A demon
I was
coming
alone
at
last
you.
night. In my head, you know what I mean? Fighting demons.
Whoa, fighting demons.
All right, so it's so deep. We were gonna talk about this before, and that fucking thing just made me think about it. Doing shrooms.
Oh.
So Abe, why don't you tell everyone about our experience in snowboarding?
I think you started telling us a little bit about
I did a little
but
bit, but it's 10 times funnier since
Apparently
Abe
you
is
guys
here
had
and
a
he actually
revelation.
experienced.
Oh my goodness.
This guy hasn't stopped doing shrooms every week since, bro.
Get out of here. Not every week. Not every week. I use them to be constructive. Let's just start with that. All right. I'm not out
You
here.
like microdose.
I won't.
Nah,
I
he
won't say
actually
that.
listen. That's his way of telling himself that it's okay that he does it every week.
Constructively?
Zach. No.
Can't lock myself in a room and freak the fuck out constructively.
Yeah, I know.
No. Listen. There.
Watch movies all day constructively.
Constructively. I'm
Listen,
on a fucking constructive
There are
side
people
of
who use drugs to run away from their problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
it. Okay.
I use mushrooms to solve my problems.
Wow.
There's a big difference.
Bar.
Bar.
That was sick. I like that.
There's
See,
a big
people, you can
Continue.
use drugs to fix your problems.
Yeah. So we'll
Do
talk.
not listen to his advice. Do not listen to his advice. Go ahead.
Shrooms should be considered medicine, but that's a whole other conversation.
I agree with that.
100%.
Psilocybin
Yeah.
is like the
1,000,000%.
best cure
Yeah.
for depression.
Why
Call it
can't
a
we
drug,
get
call it
pills
what
and
you
shit
want.
made in the lab? You could walk in anywhere and get a million different pills.
because people
but
make
to get a
money.
plant or to get something that's grown on in the wild, like that
Because-
shit should all be legal.
Because
How
it
can
hasn't
you
been
regulate that?
commercialized. That's why. That's why it's illegal.
Right.
They can regulate it, but can you really make it illegal to have that shit? I don't know.
I have a whole
I think
other
that's
philosophy
extreme.
for shrooms as to why it's illegal, but
I'm
we're
all
gonna get
ears
to
and
that.
mics,
Hit
bro.
me.
We'll get to
Let's
that in
go.
a few.
You have a mic,
Let's
and
go.
I have ears.
Rip
Start
it, dude.
talking.
Listen, shrooms open your mind. Okay,
Yes.
knowledge is king. Knowledge is power.
I know where this is going.
Shrooms give you clarity.
Yeah, I
all
know
right?
where this is
Shrooms
going.
Absolutely.
give you clarity. You know, we'll talk about this experience though. So we
Yeah.
we go snowboarding, and where did we go that time?
Mount Snow.
Mount Snow,
We were at that
Vermont.
little fucking whatever it was
Bed and
called,
breakfast.
little bed and breakfast spot.
That was a cute little place. Anyways, yeah, we
You guys are
took.
mad romantic.
Yeah, we went snowboarding. We had a good time. We're staying at this bed and breakfast, and we're like, snowboarding trip. Let's just take some shrooms and vibe out, And we take them. We're playing pool. We're like, they hit you yet? No, it didn't hit me yet. All right, cool, me either. So we're playing. I start to feel my knees get like wiggly and like started feeling good.
The waves.
I'm like, dude, it hit me.
We gotta go back to the room.
We got to go back in the room. So, we go upstairs. This bed and breakfast is like a 8-bedroom house, a nice size house, but 8 bedrooms. Each one is like side by side, So like these walls are paper thin, by the way. So
The
like
floors are creaking and shit. It's like an
God.
old schoolhouse.
old,
like,
yeah.
very
Like
old.
early
in the-
1900s.
In the woods in Vermont
All right,
type
so you
shit.
guys are in a crazy environment to be taking shrooms off the
100%.
Yeah, to begin with.
You're
They had a
nuts.
tree house, like Airbnb
Yo,
in the
yeah. You know
backyard.
that show? Hold up. You guys know that show, the treehouse show, where the guy builds tree houses? He built that fucking treehouse.
Oh,
You
They
pointed
had-
at me. I didn't
Yes.
build the tree
No,
house.
not him.
that's mad constructive.
No, the Treehouse Master is what it's called.
Yeah, I've seen
that guy. He built that exact one. They had like pictures and shit.
Yeah.
But he built he built the treehouse in the backyard.
At the bed and breakfast.
Did you guys
Yeah.
get pictures of that? It's probably sick as fuck.
No.
No, but I'm gonna go back this next year and stay in it. Actually, stay in the treehouse part.
How
We
much
stayed
is
in
it
the
to
middle.
rent
was cool.
something like that?
Like
$300.
$300.
That's sick.
I mean,
That's sick
bro,
in
it's
the
cool
treehouse.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, and you walk. It's like a pond, and you walk down around the pond, and you have like your own private treehouse, and
It's
it's
nicer
like,
than the whole fucking.
It's like an A-frame treehouse.
yeah,
It was
beautiful.
awesome.
Right over
Dope.
the pond and shit. You have a little balcony. It's dope. You can go there in the summer too, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's right next to Mountain Snow. That's why I'm gonna go in the winter. Anyway, continue with your story.
You got the bees in your knees and you're tripping in your room.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, we get to the room, and ain't much to do, so we turn the TV on. We like,
Took us
let's watch a movie.
minutes to turn the TV on.
Yeah,
We could not figure out how to
couldn't
log
figure
in.
it out. Anyways, long story short, yeah, I don't know. We take these shrooms. We're in the room. We put a good movie on. We watched Kung Fu Panda. We start
That's
start
fire.
feeling great.
Jack Black, right?
Vibing out, yeah.
You're missing
And-
good parts of the story, bro.
Yeah, I think you could say it better than I
Chime in.
could.
Chime
I
in.
mean,
Missing the good
looking
parts.
back
You're-
at it,
You're telling the story, but I need like the story parts. You know
why
what
don't
I
you
mean?
give us the story?
This isn't a
I'll,
one-man story. This
I'll add
is
my
your guy's
commentary.
story.
When we got up to the room, first of all, the bed is like it was like a king or it was a twin. So me and him are like shoulder to shoulder. Fucking can't turn at
in
all.
bed together.
And we had left the heat on
Yo.
to dry out our shit. So when we got back in the room, it's like 85. Like there is
Hot.
no. It's on off heat. You click fire on or fire off. So we left the heat on
Yeah.
for whatever 45 minutes while we're downstairs playing pool, and it was smoking hot. So I tried to open the window. I go and I open the window, and Abe got put in duty of trying to get the fucking movie on, which took 25
Which
minutes.
becomes a job when you're
Yes.
on shrooms.
I'm like trying to do. I'm like, dude, I can't read the screen. Like, you got to take it.
the letter keys on the screen were floating around like this.
Moving each other,
fucking
and
miss
I go to
shrooms.
open the window, and it's a 2-glass window. So there's an outdoor glass and an indoor glass. I didn't know.
Had no idea.
I open up the one inside window. I'm like, oh, that's so much better. And I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes. Abe walks by. He's like, bro, there's another glass window outside. Like, there's no air coming
He's
in.
like,
You fucking
he didn't know at first. He
Yeah.
was like, is it getting cooler in here? Like, yeah, dude, I think I feel better.
But then the whole night we're on shrooms. It's so hot because the room didn't really cool down.
That's
And there's
fucking
no
weird.
window to open up. So we were scorching hot. Like, I was sweating my balls off. And you're not supposed to walk in the bathroom and look at yourself while you're on shrooms.
Why
Never.
not? Yeah, right. That's the best part.
Nah,
No.
dude, you can't look at yourself on shrooms. I feel like it's.
Are you crazy?
I never
go by
tried it.
completely different
I was
rules.
told not to.
I
The
try
way
not
I
to look
do
at
it
myself.
Is there's no clocks allowed, so there's no such thing as time. Your phone needs to be hidden away. No electronics, and definitely look at yourself because you're never gonna see that person again. Whoever you find in the mirror at that
Interesting.
time.
I don't know.
Well, I believe we evolve as humans, as people, whether we like to believe it or not. And this is the whole thing about shrooms is that I believe it humbles you, it grounds you, and it really brings you down to earth. I mean, I can't speak for this experience in particular because we were,
Just enjoying it.
yeah,
Tripping.
yeah. Actually, it was constructive in a few ways, but my point is
After the movies.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was.
exactly. But my point is,
But ain't that twin bad? That shit gets
Woo, baby.
my point is,
We was building something.
the shrooms really make you, reflect and perceive yourself and the world differently. It really does.
Yeah.
And again, I can only speak from my experiences. Maybe people have their own experiences that are different from what I'm speaking about. But it brings you really down to earth and humbles you because it makes you look at yourself and reflect. And it's like, you know what? Damn, I have this problem and that problem. There are some people who have their own life situations going on and maybe have found themselves deep in their own problems who can't handle the reality of taking shrooms because it'll make them look at their life and they'll realize how much of a mess it is
Yeah.
and how much work they really need to do on themselves.
They say you
And
have to be very strong-minded to do shrooms and really in the right spot.
Yeah.
To do
and,
shrooms.
And taking shrooms, that's what it does for me. It really humbles me.
I
Because
feel
it's
like
like, wow, I really need to work on this area of my life, work on that area of my life. And that's what it's done for me.
Yeah, I feel like
When
in
you
my
take it, does it make your
experience-
stomach hurt?
Yeah, absolutely.
So weird.
I never
comes-
had that problem.
Really? And
It
we
always
used to
makes my
take
stomach hurt, like-
the first thing you'd get is your stomach hurts.
Yeah.
And then there was ants and waves. Anything with like little speckles on it were ants. And then everything was like wavy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then giggles. You laugh until your fucking stomach hurts.
Oh, yeah, we did a
And
lot of
then
that night.
Tripping balls.
Yes.
That's been my experience
Yes,
every time.
That's it right there. But the stomach hurt, that lasted the whole time.
Really?
Every time I do shrooms.
We would
it
just
I
smoke
lasts.
didn't have
weed,
that problem.
mad weed, so your stomach would settle.
No, I'm just trying to do shrooms, bro.
That's
I don't want to
it.
smoke weed, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
cross
weed
contaminate it.
No, that was awesome. Then the giggles are double as strong. Yo,
Everything is funnier on shrooms.
Oh, my God.
Let's just
bro.
everything's
emphasize that.
amazing. I feel like it's a breath of
I'd be
fresh
like,
air.
yo, I turned the
Anytime-
heat on, laughing. for
Yeah.
20
If you want to
minutes.
laugh, the hardest you'll ever laugh in your life, Madagascar and shrooms.
You heard it here first, people.
I don't know. I feel like Madagascar wasn't as good. I think Kung Fu Panda, like, just destroyed my brain for that whole night.
Kung Fu Panda. I learned from Kung Fu Panda that night. You know what I learned?
Yo, we were mind
What did you learn?
I learned that you need to believe in yourself.
Oh, let's go.
Self-belief is the key
Key.
to success.
The quick 1 minute pitch of the movie, if no one's ever seen the Kung Fu Panda movie. Panda, Po, it lives in this village.
Jack
and yeah, Jack Black, literally. And who is it? What's the guy's name? Not the who's the guy that's coming to the village? He's a tiger. Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway,
remember.
whatever.
Bad guys never get
some
remembered,
bad guy.
yo.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't believe in
So
himself.
he lives in the village. The tiger's gonna come to the village and he's gonna take over. So they're looking for a dragon warrior, and Poe ends up getting picked to be the dragon warrior, and he really shouldn't be. Like, he happened to be in the wrong spot at the right time. Whatever. So then they're training him and training him and training him and training him, and he's supposed to be like, you know, the dragon warrior.
Who's a master of all Kung Fu.
Who's a master of all kung fu, and he like can't do shit. He can't even kick. He can't punch or whatever. And over 6 months, he starts to learn a little bit, and he gets taught by Master Shifu and everything. Blah blah blah. Then the tiger's about to be here, and it's like, Poe, it's your time. You can get the dragon scroll. This is the know all be all. This scroll was written by the best warriors. Blah blah blah. He opens up the scroll, and it's just a mirror, and it's looking at him. And then he's like, "You must believe." And then he goes and beats the tiger guy. And then
I can imagine these two
with a lot of
tripping
colors
balls
in there, though.
on a fucking bed, and they open the scroll, and it's a mirror, and they look at each other like,
Literally,
it was in him the whole time.
that's exactly what it went
like
like.
a moment of revelation for you fucking idiots.
That's exactly
No,
what
that's
it
cool
meant, like.
though. Like, that's why shrooms are so cool, because you take a little thing and it becomes something so much more.
You look at things differently.
Yeah.
You really do.
And it lasts.
It opens your mind.
It lasts with you. Zach's never gonna fucking forget this.
No,
He
right.
just
that
pretty
was-
much gave us the whole synopsis of a fucking movie.
Well, you can't
It was a
unsee
30-second. I had to tell you about the movie.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I'm not shitting on you.
That's the thing, though. You can't unsee things. You can't unfeel things. You experience things, and it's a part of you. And your own personal blockchain is there. You can't.
Look at this.
Personal
Look at
blockchain.
this.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay, I can do
another
that.
bar, 2 in 1 ep. All right.
Listen,
Own
man.
personal blockchain, huh?
Damn, I got some
Yeah.
shit in
It's
my
not bad because
blockchain
it
I
can't
wish
be
I could
recreated. You're the only one who had it.
It can't be recreated. It can't be undone. It's there. It's part of your history.
Wow.
It's a part of your foundation.
Wow. That's how the kids are gonna start calling memory. Yeah, it's hold up, it's in my blockchain. Let me
It's
think
my
about it.
blockchain.
Like and subscribe.
Let me think about it.
Whoa. I just had a thought. What
Go
if we had these Oculus goggles, right? People have their own experiences in their own metaverses, and things that they see through the goggles are recorded on the blockchain.
Probably. I bet you it will be.
That
I guarantee there's gonna be a way to record everything.
Wow. I just thought about
That
that.
might be bad. Might be good.
Do you think you'll get the one of the big things with Oculus is like they want to do sports through them, meditate, all these kind of stuff. Do you really think you'll get the same feeling and experiences when you put on your goggles and it brings you to a beach and like you're in this peaceful environment?
Not
you
a
think it'll be the
chance.
same?
Not a
right?
chance.
Some things will be worse. Some things will be better.
Elaborate.
So you can go to the beach. You're not going to feel the sun on your skin, and you're not going to get to really hear. Well, maybe you could hear the ocean because sound isn't going to be too different. You won't be able to, feel like you're at the beach, but you will be able to fly into the fucking sky and then jump into the water from 1,000,000 feet in the air and turn into a dragon if you want. So that's pretty fucking cool, and it all feels real. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a
Listen,
change of experience.
The last time I went to the beach, I stepped on a seashell and I cut my foot.
See?
and it hurt.
None of that.
That doesn't happen.
Cancel
with
the
Oculus
real
goggles
beach,
on.
people. Cancel it. We're going to the meta beach. Dude, I've seen some shit in Noel's goggles, bro, where like
Yeah, I still haven't
he
done it.
does this meditation thing, and like he asked me to do it, and I was like, dude, I'm not trying to meditate. And then he was like, just fucking do it. I'm like, all right, fine. Put the goggles on. 2 minutes later, I'm in fucking a new universe. I'm like, whoa, where the fuck am I? And like, you really feel like you're in a new space
Yep.
that you've never been to.
Dude,
and you're experiencing shit that you could never experience in this physical life.
Yep.
Ever. I'm in the fucking stars looking around. Like, what?
You legit feel like, because that's why I'm asking, because like so the first time me and your brother Noel played or used that thing, we were in Texas, and I ran into the wall and shit. Like you don't, you got the we're playing the gun game and shit, and bro, like you're running, and I'm boom right into the wall. People like you see the people where the one guy like jumped off of a cliff. He thought he was like,
oh yeah,
like,
he fell in
yeah,
the TV.
like your brain forgets
because
that.
every single thing your body uses to decide where you are in space is being tricked. You can hear differently and like you see
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
and
our
like
brain doesn't know the difference.
As long
Right.
as your brain is convinced, you're fucking there.
See, that's why I'm
That's-
asking about the beach and shit.
I
bro.
think it can desensitize people from the real world that we
Like,
live
what's
in.
going to be better? Being on the beach and not having to walk and worry about the sand and sharks and blah, blah, blah on the metaverse, or actually going to the beach?
Depends. What
I
do
A
you-
mean,
lot of
you
people, I
can't-
think, are going to pick the metaverse more than we think.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but-
don't think more than we think. I think everyone is.
How do you recreate feeling sand between your toes?
How many
can't.
people? How many people are going to take that trade-off, a $299 headset that lasts you forever, rather than a $1,000 beach vacation, $5,000
You know
beach
who's
vacation?
always going to
Good
choose the
point.
metaverse? The people who have never felt sand between their toes.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
true, too.
And listen though, this is a piece of the big picture here that I believe that they want to control us. At the end of the day,
That's a fucking
course,
they
lie.
bro.
want to control us. And you know what? It's a way for them to do that.
Yeah,
Hey,
what-
you know,
A
let's
very
keep-
easy way.
Let's keep them home. Let's desensitize them. Let's allow them to do things that they can't afford to do in the real world. Let's allow them to do it here.
Extremely
Also,
easy
let's
way.
control everything they see and hear.
Correct.
You know how many
What?
ads are going to be on that bitch, bro? You know how many ads are going to be on
Everything's
that
gonna be an
fucking
ad.
thing?
That's a
And
whole
depending
nother
on
thing,
who's
though,
wearing
too.
the headset, that's who the ad's going to be targeted to.
Of course. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, like when I'm walking through it, it's going to be like, you know, whatever, guinea clothing, and boots, and then when you're in, it's going to be like gay porn everywhere. So like, they're going to be able to fucking get you bad.
You trying to be Superman today, bro, with the little curl
I
coming
got a
down?
curl going?
Yeah, bro. You got the nice
Looks
curl
cute.
going. What's Superman's name?
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
Baby.
There you go.
Do I look
Clark
like
Kent
Superman?
Good
in
look.
the building.
It's a
a
good,
good
look.
look?
I like that.
Where is it? Right here?
Yep. Right in the middle. Touch it. Yeah, there you
We
go.
don't save these hoes.
Give it a little twist for me.
Rip my shirt open at the end of that.
There you go.
Fly
Q29. Q29, baby.
Yeah, shouts it out. Yo, zoom in on that bitch. Shouts out to Mob again, bro, for just killing it at all times.
Shouts out Joe Caps. Just dropped the album.
Yes.
Funk Derivative,
If
baby.
you guys haven't listened yet, that shit is hot.
It is good.
Funk Yo Couch is a whole ass track. That shit is
Funk Yo
sick.
Couch. Rick James, bitch.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Abe's drinking volcanic water. We got
Alkaline.
the good water right here. Show him your water. Where's your
Volcanic
water?
Alkaline
Hazard
water.
water.
Mine has a higher pH.
Mine has the highest pH. It
Pretty
tells
sure
you how
mine
much
is rocking with over
calcium,
there.
how much magnesium, how much potassium,
How
how
much
dissolved
pH are you
solids.
rocking with over there, Zach?
It tells me I have, let me see, 69 to 74 calcium milligrams, 7.2 to 13 magnesium, 1 milligram of potassium, 220 total dissolved solids, and it doesn't say anything about pH actually.
Mine's got deer piss in it, dude. That shit makes your bones strong.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
good point. It doesn't say anything about pH. Oh, yeah, it does. 7.6 to 8.2.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think I was watching a thing the other day that was saying how pH is like kind of overrated. It's not actually as important as people think. Is that true?
As far as I
You know
know,
anything
it's
about it?
only
I mean,
been
I'm-
used in my life. The only time I've ever seen it was as a marketing thing.
Yes.
For this water's better because it's pH balanced.
Yeah.
I believe there's some kind of benefit for digestion, if I'm not mistaken.
pH?
Yeah,
Is
higher
it?
pH level water helps you digest better.
Because the thing with this is what I could tell you. I don't know. I just saw stuff about the Mountain Valley. is the total dissolved solids is really important because like basically it has more minerals in there, and the
Right.
more minerals are better. Because if you drink super like if you drink water that's been very I don't know,
Filtered.
filtered.
There's
There
nothing
you go.
in it.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, with nothing in it, water has to attach to something else. So when you drink it, it's going to attach to the minerals inside your
Right.
body and
And
things
pull
of
them
that
out.
nature.
That's a good point.
And pull them out. So you have to drink water with high minerals, and that will make it not absorb into things that you don't want it to absorb into.
It's a good point.
But
I
that's
think-
why I'm asking about pH because I don't know if pH actually does anything.
Don't girls have to
Well-
be careful about their pH, or they get the
Yes,
stench
they
in the
get the
clam?
stank
Stanky
puss.
clam? Smell like the fish market?
Yep, happened to me one time.
Smell like the VR beach.
The VR. Oh, there's no stanky clams in VR.
No,
Wait till
bro.
they start
got
that.
the
They're going to have a
cleanest
little
clams.
thing that just like,
The catfishes are going to
Sprays
be at
the
an
smell?
all-time high.
Oh my God, yes. See, but we talked about that in the first episode.
yeah, we talked
The
about
thing
a lot of
is,
this.
with Metaverse, what if you can choose to be 6'3" and 210 pounds and shredded? And what if that lifestyle, and you could do everything you want? You could take a walk in the park. You could talk to women. You could walk your dog. How addicting is that going to be when you could be 6'1", 220 and shredded and
tell you what.
beard and whatever else you want,
You meet a-
tattoos?
You're
You meet a
right.
short dude in the metaverse, you know he got a big dick.
Yeah, baby. If he keeps his thing as 5'5",
And fat, dude's got a rocker on him.
that's a good man right there. That's an honest man with a big cock.
Big dick, nothing to hide.
I'm curious to see where this goes.
With
You know,
what, Metaverse?
Yeah, people, insecure
I thought he
people,
was talking about big dicks.
fixing every imperfection that they have,
Yeah.
Running
Dude,
away,
I mean-
running away from their reality.
We already do
And then
that a
their
little bit
real
with Instagram.
We-
Human
do.
body just becomes worse because
Yeah.
they neglect it because they want to be this guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we already do it. Instagram, Facebook, everyone's using edits and different things, and you know what I mean?
Post
Yeah,
pictures.
but you
of
still have to
the
present this
best.
person to the
Correct.
world.
Right.
You still have to take a picture of you, and
Right.
you don't have to.
Yeah, but I
Filters
dare you
only
to-
get you so
I dare you
far,
to
you
take
know?
a picture the second you wake up after drinking 20 beers the night before and post that on your fucking Instagram.
There you go.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah,
Not in the
definitely not.
metaverse.
Maybe I'll do it. That's gonna be my challenge. I'm just gonna drink
How-
one night, mad heavy, wake up like a piece of shit the next day, take a picture of my face all fucked up.
For the gram, baby.
The real me,
For the gram.
the real IG me.
All right, Abe. Anything you want to talk about, bro? Ask me a lot of
Well,
questions.
I want to ask Abe some questions too, because we
Go
didn't
ahead.
even give you a proper introduction. We just started talking about
What you
crypto.
got?
Yeah, who the fuck
so
are
first
ya?
of all, who the fuck is Abe, bro? What do you do on a daily basis? You got like 9 businesses as far as I know.
Who is
Abe is a man who chases many rabbits. I'll tell you that.
See, throughout my life, I wanted to get clarity on what am I going to be happy doing, right? And this is why I've tried so many things in my lifetime, is because I wanted to make sure that when I'm 45 years old, I can't look back and say, you know what, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. I want to be as well-rounded as possible, you know, as a human and as an individual. So that's been the foundation of my mindset from a young age, is that I just want to have as much life exposure and experience as possible, you know, because the more I can learn, the more I can do, the better I could be, you know. That's kind of where it is for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I've done a lot of things.
What are you doing on a daily basis? What's the day look like right now?
So right now, it's different than what it's been for a while, you know. And things, like I said, we're constantly evolving and changing over time. But as of right now, I'm looking at properties and buying and selling cars.
Real
man.
physical ones.
Real physical ones.
Like,
yeah.
what do you mean looking
I
at
bought-
properties?
I'm looking for the next investment, next couple of investments.
Buy and hold, flip.
Depends on the property, man. It's all circumstantial. It's gonna depend on a couple variables. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
that's kind of where I'm at right now with what I'm doing. But if you asked me this question 6 months ago, that wasn't the answer.
What was 6 months ago?
6 months ago, I was knocking doors, buying and selling cars, man.
Yeah.
Buying and selling cars.
Flipping cars.
And 6 months before that, knocking doors, selling solar panels.
He
You
does
know?
it all.
Yeah.
Have you
Stop.
put any bids in on houses, anything like that?
There's things that I can't disclose at the moment or get into because I have a partner with some of my moves that it's just not my place to put that out there, you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But,
Well, we just got ours under contract. Give me some right here.
hey, that's a move.
Bow.
Both.
Congratulations.
We
Thank
just
you,
got
bro.
ours 20. Maybe I shouldn't say the address, but anyway, we got it under contract in Poughkeepsie.
Yes, sir.
2 unit, 2 bedroom, 1 bath each of them, and we got a good old price on it.
That's the
so.
one that we checked out? By the hospital?
No, different. On that same road.
Same road?
Yeah, I
Same
forgot
road.
you were there too.
That's a
Yes.
good. That's a good location.
Yo,
dude.
a little
yeah.
down.
That's a good location.
You know how that house was all redone, really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's that, but better, and it's like 4
No,
houses
the
on
first
road.
one was nicer.
No, it was not.
Yes, it
This one
was.
has a back. It has a sunroom in the front
It
on
doesn't
the
have
top deck.
It doesn't have dishwashers and it doesn't have a tile kitchen either. It's tile floor.
I thought you didn't like. No, you like tile floors. What? No, we have
It's got
the
laminate floor.
vinyl laminate. Yeah.
Garbage.
But still, I think the place is.
Just kidding.
nice.
It's really nice. We're renting at a premium.
Nah, it's a nice spot, and it's
It
in a
is.
back
It
good
is
area.
beautiful. It's
and
gorgeous.
there was 2 fires on Lincoln Avenue in the last week.
2 fires.
2 house fires. Yep.
Yeah. So now our place can never burn down.
Statistically,
Statistically.
it'll burn down next week. Because
Imagine.
we're saying it.
Fuck. I hope that don't happen.
I hope that don't happen.
Shit, if we own it, we just get a nice insurance check. Go running. Going
Is
to
it time for
fucking.
me to get tired yet? I'm still awake. Should I start snoozing?
That's a perfect time.
All right, here I go. Oh man, I'm so high.
Yeah.
How
My
old
whole
are you,
life,
Abe?
Wappingers Falls, 25 years old.
25 years young. This guy over
Yeah.
here.
Palestinian, Lebanese, Spaniard, entrepreneur.
Yeah, my family's Lebanese too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
God bless.
I know a bunch of lesbians.
Za'atar.
They're cool
Yeah.
people.
I can't even eat za'atar anymore. My sister has seed and peanut allergies, so I have to deprive myself. I know. It's a damn shame.
Seed and peanut?
Yeah.
Poor girl.
You know how bad I want to kill her.
You know how weird, like,
I thought you were
know
going
how-
to say my sister.
you know how crazy it is that like a human could just be taken out by a little peanut.
Crazy.
Like people that are deathly allergic to peanut, bro.
That's fucked
They eat
up.
this one little fucking peanut from the ground,
And they just
and
die.
that's it for them.
Yeah.
I'd be
It's
upset,
wild.
bro.
I'm so glad I
I'd
don't
be
have that issue.
upset. I'm allergic to amoxicillin, so if someone, I guess, give me a pill, I would die too. But are you allergic to anything? Anything bad?
Shellfish sometimes.
Shellfish sometimes. Okay,
Tony
you?
doesn't eat shellfish because his dad was allergic and he just went off.
No.
Really?
Sometimes
That's
when
a real story.
No, my dad wasn't. My brothers are.
Oh, okay.
But
So you
if
kinda
I can
are?
eat it, and then sometimes I'll get a real bad stomach ache, and my lips will puff up bad fat, but it's banging, so I'll do it anyway. Like crab legs, oh my
That's
God.
my favorite food in the world.
Oh, it's the best shit.
Crab
in the
legs and
world.
lobsters is my
Ooh,
favorite
dip
food.
it in butter and shove it in my mouth. So good.
That's that shit.
I love it.
I'm allergic to grass. I have seasonal allergies. Animals.
Now that's
cats,
some bitch shit, bro.
dogs.
I thought
Cats.
peanuts
Oh,
were
I'm
bad,
allergic
bro.
to cats. I'm
I
allergic to
thought
cats too.
peanuts-
You allergic to
Well, I'm not
dogs?
gonna die though if I get licked by a dog, you know? Like I have a dog.
Oh.
And it's fucked up. So I come home, he's so happy to see me. And I know, damn right, I go to pet him or he licks me, I'm gonna start breaking out in hives, getting itchy.
Oh, it's that bad?
Yeah. So, but you know, sometimes I take the sacrifice. Like I know this is gonna happen.
Get you
But
some
you're so
gloves.
fucking cute.
Get
just
you
gotta
some
get-
gloves, my guy.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna be a weirdo about it, you know? Just take
Just
a shower.
wash your hands
after.
after, yeah.
That's it, you know?
Yeah, Debo, right?
So, yeah.
What is he, a pocket pity?
American
bully?
American bully.
Yep, American Bully, there you go.
Yeah.
Same dog.
American bully.
All right, cool. Well, what time we at? We got to be about an hour now. I can't even tell.
Close to
Close to
Really?
an hour?
I feel like we just started.
Yeah. What
We
else
didn't
you
even,
got for me?
we didn't
Come
even
on,
talk
man.
about your BMW shoes
what
yet.
you
Show him
got,
the BMW
you know?
kicks, bro.
Bryce, we need to zoom in on these BMWs over here.
You thought he was.
Here we go.
you thought
He's
he
got the motorsport Pumas on right now.
It's funny that people thought he was Middle Eastern and didn't drive a BMW.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could have guessed that one.
German engineering, baby.
He drives a BMW.
Do they make those in one shoe? Or
In what?
What do you mean?
for Tony?
Oh, he fucking got me,
I
you
was
son
confused.
of a bitch. Oh, that was pretty good, except for
It's bad because he actually doesn't even only wear one shoe. He wears both shoes. That's like JJ. He keeps all his shits dead stock.
dead stock, yo.
All
That's
his
still my
shoes.
favorite line of any podcast.
That shit was funny. That shit was really funny.
That shit was great.
Can you repeat the word podcast?
Podcast.
Yeah, it's bad keys.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Superman.
We still got our inspirational cat poster over there.
I do that one myself. Meow.
We got some more shit. And
What
I got
other
nothing
gems you
talk
got to
about.
drop on us, bro?
Gems.
You're
Fix
always
your mic.
inspirational. Every time I talk
Yo.
to you, you're trying to
Fix your
do
mic.
You hear me?
the
to
most in a good way. You're always trying to find a good way to make money and have fun. You always got something good to say.
Yeah, man. I just want to be better. I just want to make more money, so I'm in a better place in life, and I could do more at the end of the day. You know.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say do more shrooms.
Nah, no. That's
Bob's
another
laughing
thing, though.
at you.
I don't
My
believe shrooms are addicting. You know, I take them when I feel like I need to. If I'm having life issues, I want to get through them. I want to get more clarity on them, so I'll take them. You know, when I first started taking shrooms, I didn't have as much clarity in life as I do now.
Yeah.
You know, and it was heavier for me to face certain realities.
Go
guy's-
sit down, right?
This guy's pouring his fucking heart out, and Bryce is like, this
What are you
fucking
laughing about,
idiot.
Bryce? What's so funny?
That had nothing to do with what you're saying. I just the shrooms. We're back on the shrooms.
I don't even know how we
brought it
got
up,
back onto the
bro.
shroom topic.
You're the one who wrote it
neither.
up.
I'm an asshole.
Me neither.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I
I got a
missed
good
it,
stat
too.
for you on. I guess it's kind of on drugs. But
Wouldn't be a podcast if he didn't have
If I
a
didn't
fucking
have I gotta
stat.
have one every time.
So bring the stat.
What you got, Zach?
What's the stat, bro? Bryce? Yo, did you smoke weed while we weren't watching? Yo, turn the camera on your laughing ass self right now. This guy is crying laughing.
I think Bryce took some shroomies, bro, before the pod.
He's so high.
You good?
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm gonna give you this stat. You guys ready?
Yeah, we know.
What you got?
Give us the fucking stat back.
So Alex Hormozzi said it. I think we've all fucking heard it now. But with I forget exact what war it was and what soldiers it were. But basically, soldiers went to war, and on average, 20% of all the soldiers that were in that war did heroin. You know the story?
Yeah.
Okay. So average 20% of all the people who went to war did
It
heroin.
was Vietnam.
Vietnam. Okay. And so
American soldiers went there. 20% of them did heroin.
Yep. And then when they came back, and obviously we all know, and I think anyone on the internet could also agree that heroin's probably the most addicting drug that you could possibly take.
Yep.
When they came back, over 90% of the people who did heroin never did it a single other time. They completely stopped it, which is like unheard of. If 90% of people who do heroin stop, it's because if we change our environments and we go to a new environment and we don't have that same kind of people and things, and like we have triggers in our home. When you go home and you go to a certain spot, that's where you pick up your phone, or that's where you grab a drink, and like we don't even notice it. You know, you walk into the bathroom in the morning, you see your toothbrush, that's a trigger to brush your teeth, and some of them serve you, some of them obviously heroin doesn't fucking help you.
Right.
But that's my stat for the day.
Yeah, and to correlate it to what you were saying, the point I think he was trying to make was like, you look at things in a different way when you're in a different place, and shrooms is an easy way to take yourself to a different place without going anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, that's safe to say.
Right. That's the only way I could correlate that stat with what the fuck you were talking about.
We're
He
just talking
just
about
had to
drugs.
get a stat out. He's sitting here like,
I don't
what
know
am I
why.
going to do?
I don't
Which
even know
numbers
why
am I going
brought
to
it up
drop on him?
There was a point to it, but I forgot. So
I
that's why
think
just said
that's
at the
what it
end.
was. I think that's what it was. And if it wasn't, I'm a fucking man for relating those two. I'm
Appreciate
it.
super constructive tonight. I
But
took shrooms.
we need to note, though, that, not everybody thinks the same. So
Not at all.
when I take shrooms, I think the way I think, and I do them with a purpose.
Yeah.
Some people probably just take shrooms and just want to feel good and, see things.
A lot of people
Yeah, the
like
first
like-
couple
like in
times I did it,
colors
I
and-
did it just to trip balls.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And then-
if you're not doing them with the intention to be constructive, then you're probably not
You're
going to be
not gonna.
constructive.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So that's also my angle too. So that's why I say everybody has their own experiences with it. But that's just like the foundation for everything I do. I just want to be better and achieve
a lot of
more.
people just microdose it too, and just get that little feeling.
yeah,
which is
that's
awesome.
a whole nother
I've done
thing,
that
too,
before. Holy shit! I didn't even realize I microdosed it.
What
Had,
do you
like, the
consider
best-
a microdose?
Some guy gave me some capsules. He's like,
Got
take
it.
2 of these one night when like you're home and you're gonna go to bed. So I took 2, and I like felt a little woozy, like I had a glass of wine or something. And then I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and I just felt like great,
Really?
like sharp, in a fucking super good mood for like a week.
Mm.
And I was like, what
The fuck is that?
I
Is
was
that
like,
the shit
why
from
am I
Limitless?
so happy right now? And then I was like, oh fuck, I took those shrooms, and now I can't find them.
That don't sound like
Kill
shrooms,
myself.
bro.
Dude, I don't
You were
know
happy
what.
for a week.
Dude, I was in a great mood for a week straight. I think
mean-
psilocybin has like incredible effects on your brain and your mood.
I think
does.
after I take shrooms, I feel worse the next day.
I usually
next
feel
day-
better the next day, except for the last time I took them. I felt like I had a little hangover.
Well, I think that's when you take them and you trip balls. But I think if you microdose, you get sort of that healing effect and the mood enhancement without being sick from poisoning yourself, because
That's
that's what
possible.
shrooms are. You're poisoning yourself.
Well, a lot of times though, like a hangover, a lot of times it's us not getting sleep affects us more than the alcohol or the drugs. If
Right.
you change your sleep pattern, like if you don't go to sleep until 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
you'll get way
Oh,
more of a
it's absolutely-
hangover effect.
I've had a
than the
hangover from
alcohol and the
staying up
drugs.
too late.
Correct. You get
true.
way
That
could be a
more of
variable,
effect.
too.
You get way more of effect literally from the sleep than anything.
Everything is like in balance, right? Specifically drugs, anything that affects your mind state, there's a price. So if you anything's elevated, then there's a price.
That's what I'm saying,
That,
yeah.
that brings you back so that you can find the balance. So
Right.
maybe shrooms is better than other drugs.
Yeah,
you know?
because Molly, if you take Molly, I swear to God, for a week, you're like,
Oh, dude, I call it, well, it used to be cocaine and Molly. Is the way it works is you're borrowing happiness from the future.
yeah.
You're getting an advance on your happiness, and you're like, this is so good. And then the next 2 days, you're like, hey, dude, you overdrew your account. You're going to have to pay us back all that happiness. Enjoy your miserable fucking week.
Yeah. That's how Molly works. That's how
That's the
Molly
best
works.
way to explain that type of shit to me. I think that's how it works exactly.
It's a good fucking point. It's a very good analogy.
Literally
I can't
drain
argue.
your dopamine bank.
That's what it is. It's just the dopamine that gets released. You get way more of it.
Yeah.
See, but what if we could live like that all the time? What if I could just be a happy
Super
motherfucker?
cocaine.
Well, what goes up must come down. You know,
Facts.
there needs to be an ebb and a flow to everything.
Not
You
if
know,
you
you
die
can't
when
just
you're
always
Not if you took
be
shrooms every day.
happy, you know, because then you
You might
wouldn't.
die at 30, but whatever. You never came back down.
No, you're right.
If you were happy 100% of the time, you wouldn't value the feeling
Yo,
of being
that's-
There's
happy.
no.
That's
there's
yin
no
yang.
day without
That's
night.
the yin yang, bro.
Yeah, you
Because
need
there
that balance.
is no
You need
happiness
the
without
lows to appreciate
sadness.
the highs and vice versa.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
There's
what I
no
mean?
day without night.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
All
I
right,
wouldn't
well,
want to be
we're gonna
happy all
end
the
it on
time.
that note.
Yeah, that was a
because-
hot note.
I think there's a good thing that we should start practicing every week, which is like based on like maybe like a post that you had online, and like bring that conversation debate topic to the podcast.
Oh, I like that. Was there anything online
About
we
the
can
therapy
I
debate?
feel like
thing that I
there's more
talked
we
about,
could
you're
have
saying?
talked about that we just didn't touch on.
We don't have to stop.
I mean, we
Yeah.
usually just go for around an hour. So
No,
that's
whatever.
why
I'm
trying
cool
to
with
cut
it.
off.
You know, there's plenty more time in the future. I'm
All right,
just
we'll
saying.
go on the therapy thing because that's the stuff I had on my podcast. or
I
on
liked
my
your
Instagram
point about the
post.
therapy. Give us.
I
what-
didn't go
I don't know
into
if I saw
depth,
that.
and I
depth
think it
detail.
fits into what we're talking about right now, because your therapy is doing shrooms, and you address your problems by doing some shrooms, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but you decide what your problems are, and you say, okay, I want to look at them through another lens. You take whatever amount of shrooms it is that's your dose, and then you delve into it, right?
Well, that's one of the ways that I deal with some of my problems. I mean, maybe I should see a therapist for some of the things I go through.
Nah, fuck that, bro. Shrooms.
All right, you ready?
No, but wait, I just want to defend Abe. It's more also of self-realization, self-actualization that's coming through a form of
Oh, okay.
experiencing himself in a different light.
And just reanalyzing my
100%,
thoughts
yeah.
from a
Okay.
different angle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm not saying I take shrooms and my whole life is solved and all
Yeah.
my problems.
No, but it's a way for you
You
to
just
look
get to
at
open
them.
up new parts of thought analysis and
Right,
thought
right.
processes.
And let's
Think
just
about
note
things
that I've only
different.
taken shrooms 6 times, maybe. It's not like I take them every
Yeah.
weekend. You know what I mean?
I had everyone think in the beginning this guy
this
does
guy
them
thinks
every
I'm
week.
a
I had to make you
shroom
defend
head.
yourself.
No,
Yeah,
I can
shrooms
see when I
going
think
out of my
you,
ears.
fucking entrepreneur. This guy's fucking working all the time, selling something,
Yeah.
making money, looking for opportunities.
Creating opportunities.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, tell us
Yeah,
what
what's
the initial point was, and then we'll open it up.
So basically, therapists, like a big thing in therapy. Have you ever been? Have you ever been? Either you've ever been to therapy?
I never
Have
went
you?
to a therapist.
Tony's Italian. He don't think
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
actually, in
There's-
Italian
they don't
terms,
believe in
what you
therapists.
do when you need therapy is you shut the fuck up and
And you
move
go into the
on.
corner of the room and you don't
And
fucking speak about
Be a
it.
man and shut the fuck up. Thank you.
So I'll give you the full analogy this time because my Instagram story was just like a 1 minute video or my post. So therapists, a lot of the times what they do is they bring, so like let's say you have trauma in your life, right? And that's where you're screwed up. They will ask you questions to find the root of that trauma and bring it out of you, right? And they usually do two things. They either try to combat it, like, you know, why is that? That thing didn't happen to me because I'm a bad person. I'm a good person. It shouldn't have happened to me. And they try to tell you like to combat that problem and tell you reasons why it shouldn't happen, right? Second thing they try to do is alter it. So just because that happened doesn't mean you're a bad person. Like, so they try to change your perspective on it. You guys following me so far?
Yeah.
Don't just shake your head. You actually follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. And I think those two are like very great, very small level. Like that's like level one. Like very, very low of
It's
trying
smart.
to
The
solve
first
the
one
problem.
you said is identify the problem, and it's like
Of course, you have to
you can
do that.
identify your problem. You're halfway solved.
But my point with the therapist is they bring that problem up, right? I'm getting to my points.
Yeah,
So they
okay.
bring that problem up. And what that problem, so like a lot of times when you have a panic attack, or if anyone has a panic attack, it's not the event that causes the panic attack. It's usually you thinking about having the panic attack
Right.
what makes you have the panic attack.
Right,
It's
you
the
manifest
actual event.
the issue itself.
neuro-
So this is
association.
what he's saying, right? Like, correct, exactly. So the third part that I think should be big in therapy, that I think should be the number one way to solve problems, is like, and I'm giving trauma. Let's say it's a bad trauma, like something bad, a woman being raped, or a girl being raped when she's 5, 6, 7 years old, right, by someone. Like that's fucking trauma. That'll ruin somebody's life forever. But if you try to alter that, if you try to combat it, it's never gonna. You can't do it. But if you could take that thing and make it powerless, so therefore you take that and you're like, it's so like there, is it really like what makes it trauma to me? Like if
Right.
if you make that thing not powerful, don't because we only make it powerful in our brain. We all think that's bad.
That goes
I
back
gave
to
this-
Alex Hormones.
So you're
Correct.
saying
I
to
gave
challenge
this-
the thought.
Not even challenge it, but to take it and like, so like
Right.
if you can take that problem you're having and you give it no power, if you're uncomfortable with your weight,
I got a great
and you don't want to
example
tell
for
anyone,
you.
I'll go ahead. You give it in 10 seconds. If you're uncomfortable with your weight and you don't want to tell everyone, as soon as you accept it and you start telling people all about your weight and shit, nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
So if you can do it in your brain to like, okay, I was raped, but so it doesn't matter. I don't think that's a bad thing, and that's the end of it. You'll never. That's when you can make it powerless, and it goes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to alter it or think about it deeper, there's no thinking about it deeper. If you can make it not
a
have
big
any
fucking deal.
cloud over your head and
Right.
not have anything, yeah, then
Right.
it's nothing.
Okay, here's a
Go ahead.
prime example. Ready? I fucking lost my foot. Everyone thinks it's so traumatic.
Yep.
It changes 2 minutes of my day, and I can't run that fast. That's all it changed.
Yep.
Actually, I haven't paired socks in 2 years. I'm overjoyed. I bought one pack of socks in the last 2 years. Thank God. So happy about that little
There's a
shit.
pro.
I
But
think
like,
it comes down to how you look at it,
yeah, it's all perspective.
how you
bro.
perceive it.
I don't give a fuck if I can't run that fast. When was the last time you had to run? Okay.
Well, listen, we like to tell stories. Hold up now. We like to tell stories to ourselves that give us convenience. I'm not where I want to be because my father. I'm not where I want to be because of this. But like, there's a great, I forget what it's from, but it's a great quote that says, it's two sons and they're brothers. And he says, you know, one is very, very successful, one is an alcoholic. And they ask them both the question. They say, why are you where you are? And they say, well, because my father was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And you just get to pick the path you want. So I think we tell stories to convenience ourselves. Like, I'm not at the $1 million yet because I had this, this, and this in my past life. And that's just convenient for us to tell people so we can tell ourselves in our head that's why we're not where we want to be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. You were going to ask a question.
Well, I was going to say that I just wanted to clarify your point. What I think what Zach intended online was that over talking about it with whatever your trauma is with a therapist makes you think about it more. When in reality, what Zach thinks that you should probably do is get that thing the fuck out of there.
Yeah. And
By
not
making
bottle it down.
powerless.
Yeah.
Right.
Not bottle it down. Don't stuff shit inside. That's.
Yeah, but when you continue
That's
harping
the
on
problem.
it, it becomes a bigger deal.
But at the end of the day, let me tell you guys something. What's a therapist? What is their job? How do they get paid? When
All
you
they do
show
is
up to the
listen.
fucking meetings.
Yeah, all you
If
do
they don't
is
show up to the
listen.
meetings, you don't get paid.
It's like
You need to
hospitals want to
continually
keep
show
you
up.
sick.
Say that again?
It's like hospitals that want to keep you
Correct.
sick.
So they don't want to fix the problem. Maybe they do. I'm not
I
saying all
don't
therapists are
necessarily
bad.
believe that. Yeah.
I'm not saying all therapists are bad. That's a strong
I've never
opinion.
been to one,
But
but-
I'm just saying they want, just like accountants aren't really on your side. A CPA is a certified public accountant. Their job is to bring money to the IRS. Sorry to tell you. But that's the same concept there.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they are there to help you, but I just think it's low level helping. And there's some people, listen, let me say this real quick. There's some people that have probably gone through therapy and it's changed their lives for the better. But personally, I don't think it would work for me, and that's why I have had this analogy. But obviously, everyone is different. Everyone's going to have different perspectives and views and experiences. I just think for somebody that's still struggling, I think this is a much better option than what a therapist would say.
I believe that, and it's all circumstantial. I think every situation or everything that people go through, everyone goes through different things and they affect people differently. But my point is, how feeling bad for ourselves. A lot of people feel bad for themselves for things that they've gone through, and they give themselves excuses, for example, to do other things to cope with that pain that cause more problems.
Yeah.
Like me, for example, I have my own experiences that maybe, are tough for me to process and think about and go through. So I would smoke a lot of weed in the past to deal with it. I'd run away from my pain by escaping through getting high. And I noticed that about myself. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I need to face whatever I'm dealing with and feel that pain to get over it, And I stopped smoking a month ago. And, there were days where I'm like, you know what? Let me go smoke. And then I caught myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about certain things that I've dealt with that caused me pain. Let me think about it. Let me deal with it. Let me face it.
Process.
And that's it. Leave it there.
Yeah.
You ready?
Hey, face it. That's it.
There's a deeper thing to that. Like, you just said it perfectly right there. I forget the terminology because it sparked something in my brain. I stopped thinking about exactly what you were saying. But, like, if you're a smoker, you label yourself, yeah, I'm a smoker, I'm trying to quit. You'll never quit because you're still a smoker and you're trying to quit that. But you just told yourself you're a smoker. Where if you're like, I don't smoke anymore, I'm not a smoker, that's when, and that's kind of the same analogy for what I'm saying about
Zach,
your brain and stuff like that.
I'm going to tell you right now, you said just that to me a month ago, and that stuck.
Yeah.
And I stopped. And
wait, I said it to you?
You said that to me.
Oh, shit. Check that out.
And I thought about it, and it stuck. And I stopped telling myself that I'm a smoker trying to stop smoking.
Correct.
I'm just not a smoker anymore.
That's it. Bingo.
Oh, so that's important.
Done.
That's it.
When you label yourself.
Bro, we do
I
that
don't smoke
without even
anymore.
realizing, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be healthier. No, you're a healthy person.
That's right.
You're not trying to be healthier.
Right.
You're healthy. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
like the thought of like, I want to be happy. Well, just that statement means, if you break that down, I want to be happy, so you're not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
well, just be happy.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Be happy. Be grateful for the things you have.
Dude, those
You
shrooms are
have
kicking
those
in.
things.
You guys feeling those shrooms, bro?
Yo, we should fucking do it. Let's take shrooms and do a pod. Yo, I need it in the comments.
Well,
Would you guys watch if I did shrooms and talk to the camera with my pants off?
I wonder how that episode would turn out.
I guarantee my legs coming off.
I could say
110%.
Oh, I mean, of course, you're like,
We're gonna
yeah,
pass it around.
yeah, 100%.
Can you believe
And we
this
got
is
the
nothing?
fucking the trophy case right there, the trophy right there.
We should do it.
I go through a heavy laughing stage, and then I get into deep thought. So we should do the podcast in the second phase of it, or the end phase.
It would
Right
just
from
be
the
us
get-
Just
30-minute
laughing.
clip of Abe
Listen.
laughing on floor.
We'll
That's
get
stupid
everything.
shit.
Bryce will shoot it. He could smoke weed and laugh in the background. We'll just eat it. Wait. He doesn't have to put it all on camera, but he can film it.
Do you see Mike Tyson eat shrooms on Logan Paul's podcast? You ever see how much?
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
they're so earthy.
He's like, I used to take bags of these shit, motherfuckers. I take bags.
That's a man who knows who he is in this world. If you could just eat shrooms and smoke weed on camera and you're good, you know who the
He's
fuck
another
you
person
are.
I don't believe is human.
Oh, here we go.
I don't
Who?
know, bro. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson?
Bro.
I mean, look, man, the power of the mind is another. The power of the mind is unbelievable,
Yeah.
and that's what shrooms will help you realize, and is that it opens up your mind, and you truly will see the power in that, when you're having thoughts that you never had before,
Here's a shroom thought. Sorry. Here is a shroom thought.
A throom thought.
The brain is the only thing that's ever named itself in the world.
Oh, God.
Just saying, bro.
It's a good point.
You and my little brother have
It's a
said
good
that
point.
to me in the last
The
like,
brain
48
is the
hours.
only thing that's ever named itself. Your brain named itself the brain. And it's nothing else in the world
Somebody
has ever named
with a,
itself.
brain
with a brain.
saw a brain
Yeah.
and they were like, that's called a brain.
They
And the
named it a
brain was
brain.
like-
Whoever created the name brain.
I'm going to put that on the list of wackest
Got it
shower
from their
thoughts I've
brain.
ever heard.
And then that's it. Nothing else has ever named itself. Come on, bro.
Moral of the story is, man, look at things differently. Start to really challenge your own thoughts because it'll help you think about things differently, and your thoughts influence your emotions.
There you go. I like that.
Your thoughts truly influence your emotions.
All right.
We're good now?
Fellas.
We're good.
All right, we're good. Abe wanted to get that last point out. That's what he wanted
I
to
like
be on
it.
here for.
I like it.
Good shit, fellas.
What do you think?
Here.
Doing shrooms in the metaverse.
Well, why didn't
That's
we
a
talk
good
about
one.
doing shrooms in the metaverse?
I like that.
Oh, I'm gonna go home and fuck my